What up, world? EstablishedRich coming right back at you. The game walked into the Verzuz with a classic catalog, but by the time it was over, people were talking more about his drinking, his behavior, and how much older he looked than the music he came to present.
I ain't gonna lie, we on Verzuz, Apple shit, complex shit, bombplex today, blood. Swizz and Timberland, I tell you one thing, and I know that nigga watching. I know you watching, nigga. I know you watching. I know that nigga Dre mad. He signed me, blood. I can't be controlled with a capital K, homie. But look, my motherfucking album was on the line. Nigga told me I needed some real shit. I was in a U-Haul truck coming from Wilmington to Brazil to my new condo in the sky on Wilson. I wrote this shit in the U-Haul truck with my motherfucking homie, nigga. Hey, let me get something in my cup, though. Which one of the homies got the drink, though? Come on, Joe.
West Side shit going on,
Hey.
motherfucker.
I'm watching this like, gang, what are you doing? This man has too many records and too much history to be up there fighting a bottle of Don Julio looking for attention. The game has hated or love it. How we do. Dreams. All he had to do was walk out there, press play, and let that catalog remind people why he was once one of the biggest rappers in the world. Instead, one of the biggest moments of the night became him chugging a bottle and slamming it down like the tequila had been talking crazy to him. Some people may have called that rock star energy, but to me it looked like a man trying too hard to prove he was still the wildest person in the room. Bro, you are the game. You do not have to keep auditioning for the same respect you earned 20 years ago. You already sold millions of records, made a classic debut, still beside Dre, 50, Eminem. So why are you still acting like somebody is backstage deciding whether they gonna sign you or not? That was the difference between him and YG that night. YG looked like he understood who he was, while the game looked like somebody told him the whole battle depended on him looking 25. There is nothing wrong with getting older in hip-hop. Getting older is a blessing in a culture where a lot of people don't get a chance to. But the image and the way you carry yourself have to grow up too. Something that looked fearless when you were 25 can look forced when you are a veteran with absolutely nothing to prove. The game should have been the attraction that night, but the antics became bigger than the artist. When your music is that strong, the music should be the loudest thing on the stage.
Get to know me. I'm having such a good 2020 bitch. Nigga, shout out 50, nigga. I'm having such a good year, nigga. What's up, nigga? It's Chuck, blood. The nigga that brought 50 and Dr. Dre to Westside Compton. I'm the nigga that told Dre, it's boo, get out, blood. We here, nigga.
Damn.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, blood. Here, nigga.
Damn.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, blood. Here, nigga.
Damn.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, blood. Compton, nigga, let's get it. YG and Game.
Come on, nigga.
Hey, the next niggas to do the verses, me and Blood, the versus you. Hey, tell Swizz and Timberland, double back. Me and Blood are versus you and you, nigga, with all new shit.
Come on, let's
fuck
get
around,
it.
find out, nigga. Compton dangerous, nigga.
Blood is lit. Come on, what we doing? What the fuck we doing? Hey, Verzuz, make some motherfucking noise for y'all be out here falling in love with all bitches.
Motherfuckers
Fuck
land.
these niggas. Nigga, y'all got me
Motherfuckers
fucked up.
land at LAX.
Yeah.
Go straight to Hollywood and say they been to LA. Fuck
Yeah,
on.
nigga.
Oh shit, DP. Nigga, what's it? I'm active. Nigga, hey look. This right here. Damn, I wanted to say my.
This is where the whole thing started looking like somebody needed to pull Game to the side for about 5 minutes. He started looking loose, his speech started sounding different, and the whole thing started feeling less like a celebration and more like somebody who had lost control of the moment. Then here comes the random shout-outs and the extra talking. Now we hearing about 50 Cent, Drake, and a night that was supposed to be about Game's music is once again about everybody connected to the game. That has become one of his biggest problems. He can never just let his own moment belong to him without pulling other famous people into it. 50 Cent Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, whoever the big name is. The game usually has a story about how he helped them, inspired them, almost signed them, or was somehow right there when history was being made. Come on, dog. Your own history is good enough. And that is what makes all of this so frustrating to watch. The documentary is a classic. The Doctor's Advocate is a strong album. And his mixtape run was serious. He helped put real energy back into the West Coast at a time when a lot of people thought the era was over. That is a real legacy. But the more Game talks, the more it feels like he don't believe his legacy is enough. He keeps adding more to the story until people start questioning the parts that he really earned. It's not that everything he says has to be a lie. The problem is that he has told so many grand stories that people start laughing before he even finishes talking. Once you damage your own credibility like that, even the true stories start sounding like exaggerations. People stop listening to hit a point and start waiting for somebody to come out and say you capping. And that is a terrible position for somebody to be in with Game's accomplishments. This man should not have to convince anybody that he mattered.
Hey, Game, we got a lot of baddies in the back over here by the DJ booth.
You fucking with the West Side.
Whole lot of baddies by the DJ booth.
I'm gonna double up. I don't know.
Put 100, 100, 100, 100.
Hey, I just mixed the Migo. I just mixed the Casamigos. No, what's that? Casamigos, blood. I just mixed the Casa with the Yada Me. Hey, I just mixed the Casamigos with the Ralph Special. Hey.
We popping out for the ladies. Let's do something. Let's do it.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm in here with 400. Hey, Val, Jazz, come on, man. Fuck it, come on, impromptu. Game and YG, come on, man. We going to the motherfucking winter formal today on Bloods. Come on. Come on. Come on, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take Spanish Mommy.
Oh,
come on,
shit.
Spanish Mommy.
Oh,
come on,
shit,
YG, come on.
This is why that Kendrick Lamar and TDE story didn't help him either. The Game claims he tried to convince Top Dawg to let him sign Kendrick to Black Wall Street, and that he could have been part of building TDE, but he turned it down. Now, maybe the Game did have that conversation, because I wasn't in the room. Maybe he saw something special in Kendrick way before the world saw it. But even if every word is true, what is the flex? You could have signed Kendrick, but you didn't. You could have partnered with Top Dawg, but you didn't. All that story really does is remind people about another major opportunity that passed through your hands that you didn't take advantage of. Sometimes talking about the empire you could have had reminds people about the one you didn't build. And that is where I think the real frustration in Game starts showing. He had the look, he had the talent, he had the connections, and the whole West Coast waiting for somebody to carry that flag again. Black Wall Street should have turned into something serious with the Game's name on it. With his connections and the amount of attention he had, that label should have developed artists, producers, executives, clothing, media, and something that could have kept moving after his own record slowed down. It could have been mentioned with Death Row, TDE, and other powerful West Coast labels. Instead, most people remember Black Wall Street as something Game used to shout out in his songs. That don't make him a failure because most rappers would love to have his career. But there is a difference between having a successful career and building something that becomes bigger than your own name. And this is why I think Nipsey Hussle became a big part of Game's frustration. Even if he would never say it. I cannot tell you what's in that man's heart, but you can feel the comparison sitting in the room. The Game has told a story about Nipsey approaching him with music back when he was already a superstar. In that moment, Game was the established artist, and Nipsey was still trying to get his music into the right hands. But look at how both of these stories are discussed now. Nipsey became one of the biggest symbols of ownership, independence, business, and community investment. Nipsey didn't have more mainstream hits than Game, and he did not sell more records than the Game. But his name carries a different type of respect because people see what he built around the music. They talk about All Money In, Marathon, the businesses, the community work, and the blueprint he left behind. They do not talk about just the songs. They talk about what he represented. And I have to believe that that hits the Game differently. The younger artist who once approached you with a CD ended up becoming the business and cultural example that people thought you would be. The Game may have been the bigger artist when Nipsey was alive, but Nipsey's legacy represents something the Game never built. That's not about who was the better rapper. That's about who turned their music into a movement. Black Wall Street never became Death Row. It never became TDE. And it never became what Nipsey built with All Money In and Marathon. That has to be difficult for a man who once had more money, more fame, and more industry power than almost everybody around him. When you don't build an empire, sometimes you start talking about all the empires you almost built. I think that's why the game keeps reaching back into history and reminding people who he knew before they became superstars.
Boy, I'm just burned. They be like, oh, he ain't. Nigga, I just be at the house taking care of my kids and my mama. Nigga, if I come outside, it's bragging. Nigga, just cause I don't see you in your weird ass life, nigga. I'm from the Biddy. I'm from West Side, Bompton, Lexus. Hello. Hey, look. Game and YG showed out for y'all niggas, homie. And that's what it is. And I'm gonna say it on TV, on whoever. I don't care who it is. You got funk with blood, it's instant funk with me. And hey, just say you have no fear with the new 225. I'll beat your ass on my mama. Hey, my homies, block. I'm active. Pull me over at 4 in the morning, pull Blow over at 7. Nigga, we still here for the verses. Swizz and Timberland. You got real members, nigga. I don't know who after this. Tell them to fuck with Game and YG, nigga. Charisma. You know what it is? Nah, hold on. Fuck that. Man, put your motherfucking dub up. Put it up. No, we ain't done. Nigga, I'm here till Bix in the morning.
We got records to play. Come on,
play.
The game needs somebody around him who can tell him the truth without being afraid of how he may respond. Somebody needs to say, bro, you ain't got to do all of this. You don't have to drink an entire bottle of liquor on stage, shout out every famous person you know, or keep putting yourself in the middle of every important moment in hip-hop. Just rap, play the records, and stand there like a man who knows what he's accomplished. That would have been more powerful than all that extra shit he did that night. Real confidence is not always loud. Sometimes it's in knowing that you don't have to perform for respect no more. The game's talent should have become more than just a catalog. It should have become a label, a movement, and a West Coast institution that could stand next to TDE, Death Row, and what Nipsey left behind. That's why all these stories about other people start sounding so personal. They feel like a man looking back at all the greatness around him and wondering why his own potential never fully became what it could have been. So I'm gonna take y'all out like this. The game did not lose that night because YG had the better career. He lost the moment because YG looked present, while the game looked like he was still arguing with the past. The bottle did not make him look younger. The ranting didn't make him look more dangerous. And the random shout-outs did not make him look more important. It made him look like a man who does not realize his real accomplishments are already enough. The game don't need to claim Kendrick's story or remind us that Nipsey once handed him his music. He needs to ask himself why Black Wall Street never became the type of movement that everybody else built. That's the real conversation. And it's a much harder conversation than who won Verzuz. The game had enough talent to become one of the most important figures on the West Coast. But talent without growth can leave a man spending the second half of his career explaining what the first half should have become. Put the bottle down, stop trying to rewrite history, and trust the legacy you already earned. Because the more the game tries to make his story sound bigger, the more he makes the real story feel small. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. EstablishedRich, I'll be back with another one. Peace.